this video, I'm going to talk about the differences between traditional grip and matched grip. And this is an age-old debate that's going back and forth for a long time. But for me personally, I really like to use both. I switch back and forth between both a lot. You can see that in that opening playing segment. There are things that I feel more comfortable and I feel like I articulate better with traditional grip. And then there are some times when I want to use more power and more mobility around the kit, especially over here with the left side percussion with matched grip. Hey, I just want to jump in and let you know that I'm giving away this beautiful Acacia snare drum. It is 4.5 by 14. It is a Stanton Moore Drum Company Spirit of New Orleans snare, and it is made out of acacia, 2 plies with a 2-ply reinforcement ring. All you got to do to enter is click the link, and I hope that you do enter, and I hope that one of y'all win this beautiful drum. Yes, indeed. For me personally, as a general rule, I usually like to play things that have a little bit more finesse with traditional grip. And then backbeats and things that I want a little bit more power for, I like to switch over to matched grip, because then I've got the weight of my hand behind the stick, and if I'm smacking backbeats for a long time, I like to have gravity on my side, so I like to play this with matched grip and have the weight of my hand behind my backbeats. A very interesting thing to notice is when I'm playing traditional grip, I can get my hand up a little bit like this. So what happens is the fulcrum is now up above the surface that I'm playing on. So what happens is my stroke now, if I am coming down here, we're past the apex of the stroke, we're past the strongest part of the stroke. So I'm playing down a little bit here, and what that does is that allows me to get up and exaggerate that just a little bit so that I can play with a little bit more finesse, because I'm playing down to the drum, and that allows me to play a little bit quieter. So what I can do right now is I'll start just playing straight 8th notes, and I'm going to start up here, and then I'm going to start bringing my hand down so that I get the fulcrum closer to the surface of the drum. So that's going to give more of a parallel angle. And so then what you'll notice is, without me even trying to play harder or louder, just by sheer physics, the stroke is going to get louder. So then if I'm playing matched grip, I can very naturally have my stick more parallel to the surface. So then that's going to give me a lot more power and a lot more volume, because my fulcrum and the apex of this stroke is now more at a parallel angle with the surface. And so then I'll be able to get a lot more power. So one of the things that's really cool about playing traditional grip is that if I'm playing shuffles, I can get the quieter notes by coming up here, and then I can drop my hand down to get the louder notes. So if I'm playing soft, soft, loud, loud, soft, soft, loud, loud, soft, soft, loud, loud, soft, soft, loud, loud, you'll notice that my hand is lifting up for those softer notes and then coming down for those louder notes. So you'll notice I'm using these angles to my advantage when I'm playing softer up here and louder down here. So if I'm playing with a piano trio, a lot of times I want to play traditional so I can get a lot of my snare drum commentary at a much quieter level. So if I'm playing stuff like this, I'm definitely going to want to play more traditional grip. And if I were to play some of that with matched grip and not trying to get those notes quiet, then that's going to be too loud for a piano trio. So that would be way too loud for piano trio or most swinging out situations. But conversely, I want to rely on that match grip if I'm going to be smacking backbeats for a long time. And also, you know, if you're playing backbeats for hours and hours and hours on end, you could really start to feel some discomfort and maybe even some pain right here on your ring finger. So switching over and having this weight of the hand behind my backbeat really helps me play a powerful backbeat for hours on end without damaging anything in my traditional grip. And then there are some things for me that I just feel more comfortable playing one way or the other. A lot of buzz roll stuff, so if I'm playing more buzz rolls, more New Orleans second line, I will tend to switch over to traditional grip. I could do these things either way, but a lot of times it's a vibe thing. So if I'm playing traditional New Orleans second line, or if I'm swinging out, I'm gonna wanna play more traditional grip. If I'm going for a Clyde Stubblefield vibe or a Jabbo Starks vibe or maybe even Elvin or Philly Joe or any of that, I'm going to want to usually for vibe purposes switch over to traditional grip. Now, if we're playing a Bonham thing or we're covering a Led Zeppelin tune, I'm going to switch over to matched grip and go for that power. Also, matched grip tends to give me a little bit more mobility. And definitely when I'm over here playing the left side percussion. So if I were playing traditional grip all the time and I came over here, well, for one thing, you'll notice I'm holding my arm out like this and my arm is going to get super tired pretty quickly by trying to play any of this with traditional grip. Trying to play the edge of this cowbell right here with traditional grip is just really, really awkward. So I'm going to switch over to matched grip. So I like to play all of this left side percussion with matched grip and more specifically with French grip. And that's why I've been shedding the left hand, weak hand workout with my French grip so that when I'm over here, I can play with my elbow closer to my side, which is going to allow me to reach all this without holding my arm up like this for a long time and wearing myself out like that. But sometimes I spend a lot of time playing over here, playing the Pondero, playing some of this other left side percussion, and it just feels way more natural to play that with matched grip. Also, I've spent a lot of time working on the rudimental stuff, and I've done a lot of that with traditional grip. So if I'm going to play some rudimental stuff, I usually play that traditional grip. Also with brushes. I really love playing brushes with traditional grip. To be honest, I don't even know if I could play brushes trying to hold matched grip. So again, that's kind of a vibe thing, but it's also just the way that I've always done it. So even though I learned traditional grip to start out, learning from Marty Hurley and playing on his drum line in high school, I have found that I did want to spend some time working on matched grip because there are some things that I really prefer to play matched grip. So in general, I like to use traditional grip for finesse. So that might be rudimental stuff, buzz roll stuff, second line, and swinging out and brushes. And then I like to use matched grip for smacking backbeats on long gigs and playing all of this left side percussion and also if I'm playing something and I might be playing traditional grip and I know I'm gonna go for a big fill around the toms, I might switch over to matched grip. And since we're talking about matched grip, I like to use what we call Tony Williams grip, which is where you really kind of hold on with these back fingers with your pinky and your ring finger, and you're really using this arm and your whole arm as like a whip. So I like to really use that when going around the toms in a powerful way. I find that that's really helpful in being able to play powerful without overexerting myself. One of the other things that I feel more comfortable playing traditional grip is actually the push-pull or the open-close, and I'll do that a lot. And for some reason, I can just do it more comfortably and quicker with traditional grip than I can with matched grip. So for me, doing that push-pull, open-close with the left-hand traditional grip, I can get it up to about this tempo. And with match grip, I can do it if I'm smacking backbeats and I'm already in matched grip position, but I don't feel comfortable doing it at that tempo. So I do it a little bit. If the tempo is a little bit slower, I can fit it in with match grip. So thanks for tuning in and watching this. Let's open up the discussion. If you have any questions about traditional versus matched, why don't you just drop those questions down in the comments. So feel free to ask me any questions you might have on traditional versus matched, and I'll be happy to answer those down there. Also, if you dug this video, please hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when I am coming out with new lessons or behind the scenes footage. So, thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see you down the line.